Hello.
Morning.
It's nice when the sun shines.
It won't last.
Well, it's been like this all week. It's been amazing. Such a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
We love the Highlands.
Yes.
We really do. We miss the people from the canals and stuff.
Yeah, we do.
And the interaction. But we love the Highlands. But the only thing
there's
is,
a lot of buts.
after 6 months of like a
Darkness.
lot of darkness and a lot of rain and cold and snow, it does start to feel a little bit isolating when you get to like February, March.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden the clocks go forward, so you get more light on an evening
And you're free.
and the sun starts coming out and everything just starts coming to life. Especially in Scotland, the gorse flower or winds, and just this yellow flowers absolutely everywhere, and it smells beautiful. It's like coconut.
Yeah.
The bees love it too, and all the wildlife starts coming out, and the bird song and the daffodils. It's like you're ready for it, aren't you?
Oh, God, yes.
After the winter. And it means that we can start taking the dogs out more and they enjoy it and they're not getting mudded up and freezing. And for us, it means we can actually start getting things done around the croft.
More work.
At last, was I about to say that the chicken run is finished? No. Well, not yet. But earlier this week, the restrictions on allowing the chickens out were lifted.
They were.
Which means they're free.
Woohoo!
They can come out of the enclosure, the covered enclosure now, which is really good for them.
Yes.
Because they've been stuck in there most of last autumn and winter and early this spring. So it's really a relief for them to get out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, even though the restrictions have been lifted, they are allowed outside, we've still got to practice good biosecurity. That's like a really posh name for like changing your clothes and keeping your shoes clean.
Disinfectant.
When you go in and out. The other things we've got to do is making sure that their food and water isn't accessible to wild birds because you can get contamination. Cleaning the coop and the nesting boxes out, which you've been doing.
Yes, I have.
Every few days. And
Dressed in biosecurity stuff.
His sexy white disposable suits. And then the other thing is just keeping an eye on them and watching for signs of illness, which luckily we've been okay. But the more exciting news, well, we did promise last week, didn't we? Well, you promised last week that the chicken run would be finished.
I said tomorrow. I said the next day, didn't I?
And it wasn't quite the next day.
No, the day after.
But it is finished.
Yes.
Let's show you around.
We're now inside the enclosure for the hens. These are strainer posts. These take the strain of the wire around the fence when you tighten the wire up. They're about 6, 7, 8 inches in diameter and they're concreted in about 2 feet deep, and these will not move. Between the strainer posts we have these normal fence posts. These are about 3 inch in diameter, sunk about 2 feet deep, and they're every few feet apart. This is galvanised chicken wire. It's quite strong stuff. We paid extra for the stronger stuff. This is buried about 18 inch to 2 feet into the ground. It's then covered in rocks, covered in soil, and then more rocks on top of that to stop anything getting in or out.
I bet you're glad that it's finished, aren't you?
Not doing it again.
The reason it's taken so long is because we have to do as much as we can to keep them safe.
Yes.
Like burying the wire like 2 foot deep. And we've done as much as we can to keep them safe because we have like foxes and badgers and otters and pine martens and eagles and buzzards and hawks and all sorts.
Polar bears.
Yeah. Cyclops. And there's always going to be someone who comments and says, oh, well, you haven't done that. Well, that's fine. It's about balancing the risk.
Yes.
And I think we've got it just about right. We've never had a problem, touch wood. And I'm happy. Are you happy?
Very happy.
I tell you what he is happy with. His chicken sign.
And my homemade gate.
I think the hens are happy as well.
Much happier.
With all the new spaces to explore. The RSPCA recommends roughly 12 square metres for every 30 hens that you've got. Now we've got 12 hens and they've got just over 250 square metres. That's over 50 times the space that the RSPCA recommends.
So I'm going to get another half a dozen hens, a new coop with new nesting boxes.
And even with the extra 6 hens, that'll make 18, they'll still have about 35 times more space than the RSPCA recommends. I met you in a dark, dingy place like this, didn't I?
It weren't this spooky.
It weren't, were it? And it didn't smell as musky. We're in the train barn. And now that we've got the chicken run done, it means that we can start working on the train barn again, in a way.
Yeah.
It's been a bit delayed because A, we had to get the chicken run finished because it's spring and they need to get out. We had an idea that the restrictions were going to be over.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get it ready for them. So now that that's done, we can come back to the train barn and start work on this.
Ish.
Now we have done a fair bit. We did clear a lot of it out, but we've had to do something a bit different. So there's a barn next to the train barn, which we're now having to clear a lot of boxes out of there to make room to put stuff that we've got in here that we're keeping in there while we work in here. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
So the builders can come in and fix the roof and we can get the floor dug out ready for concreting. So we've got to move all the bits and pieces that we're keeping into the next door barn, but we've now got to clear that to make room for it. So we've been getting all the cardboard boxes out, then flattening them all down, putting them on the trailer and then taking them to the recycling centre. I like it here. This is one of my favourite spots on the croft.
I'll not be able to get up.
I've made Sean sit down and he's not happy about it. You normally like sitting down.
Not on the floor, I can't get up.
When he gets up he sounds like a maraca band with all the cracking everywhere, don't you? Now, we said that we're starting work on the train barn again, now that we've finished the chicken coop.
Yeah.
But there's one last thing we want to tell you. Now, if you remember last week, we showed you, we were actually here, and we were showing you the site of a new building project for our next new arrival to the Foxes Afloat family. And we've come back here because we just wanted to update you on that. So work is going to be starting anytime, hopefully.
Hopefully. I'm going to see him today.
On this bit of land that we're on. Now you can see it's quite sheltered, there's lots of trees. Our woodland is just behind us and that stretches back about an acre. And this is going to be the site of our new arrival and we wanted to give it a name so that we can refer to it.
Can I tell him?
Yeah, go on then.
Operation Sherlock.
Operation Sherlock. It needs a hashtag, doesn't it?
It needs hashtag Operation Sherlock.
Now there's a few reasons we can't tell you too much right now, and they are that, well, A, it's a very complex project that we're planning.
Yeah.
It involves quite a few people, a lot of boxes need ticking, a lot of education, even legal forms need sorting out, so it is quite complex and there's quite a few people involved. So that's why we can't say too much, but it is going to be very exciting once it happens, which is just a few weeks away hopefully. And this is where it will be happening.
Yeah.
Operation Sherlock, I love it.
Hashtag Operation Sherlock.
I love it. So yeah, lots of things to come over the summer. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's lovely, isn't it? It's outside.
I've liked it today.
If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like. Hit the notification bell and YouTube will let you know every time we release a new video. Now if you'd like to support the channel, and we try not to go on about this too much, but it does help us because it pays for feeding the chickens and looking after the bees.
And the dogs.
It's contributing towards this new project, which I guarantee is a very worthy project that we're working on. If you'd like to help support us, there's a link up above Sean's head on some devices. If not, it's down in the video description. And you can join us on Patreon or YouTube. And not only do you support us and the channel and our work, but also you get lots of exclusive photos and videos and blogs and things like that as well. That's all in the video description. We will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.
Not happy, not happy. Not happy. One, nearly tumbled then.
You've been drinking?
Forgotten. We've still got to practice good biosecurity.
Yes.
I thought that was something you downloaded from McAfee or wherever it was. In McAfee where you get a coffee in McDonald's. I don't know. One of these, I don't know, internet virus things. I'm going totally off point, aren't I?
What am I saying? Where the fence doesn't.
So we're pretty hatty.
So he's got to do that again now.
Hattie Jakes. She were on not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Who was it? Hattie
What?
Jakes. She was on the Carry On films, wasn't she? Didn't she
Yes,
play
she Carry On films. And
matron?
she worked with Sid James.
Yeah.
Bless this house.
Ooh, matron.
She worked
I'm
in-
hungry now.
Oh, don't even put that in the outtakes because it's.
Please don't write in saying you haven't thought about this or you haven't. Go watch somebody else's channel and,
Yeah.
and let them know what to do. I'm sure they'll appreciate it a lot more than you will, won't they?
Yes, because I just block you.
You got a little hair right on your nipple, look. It's a titty hair on the outside.
Can't say that.
I know you can't. You like that though, don't you?
Give up.
Hey, can I do that? You like that, don't you? He does like that. He sweat buckets.
Buckets?
I should know because I had to mop it up. That works out at about 50 metres. No, it doesn't. I knew I'd get that wrong.
So I'm going to get
3.
another half a dozen hens and another nesting coop with
Well, I'm loving this because it's normally me that can't control my mouth and not just where it matters.
So I'm going to get another half a dozen hens, a new net. I can't say it with new nesting boxes.
And they'll still. I'm doing it now.